There is some countries in which we have war tax resistance, which means we pay tax not to give to war, not to give to the military, but for food. So today we represent a coalition of NGOs. I represent Swaram, and we brought some food from Food Not Bombs, which is part of the coalition. And there are many other how many NGOs are in this? How many NGOs are in this joint statement, Nalini? 26 NGOs are in this coalition. So today we represent all the NGOs who are very concerned about military spending. In ASEAN, we are here today to talk about military spending in Malaysia, but we are also very concerned about ASEAN spending. Okay? Because Malaysia always says, how can you ask us to cut spending when Singapore is spending so much? You know, that is true. The highest spending military country in ASEAN is Singapore. We spend about 4 billion US a year. Malaysia spends about 2 billion. Okay. Second is of course Indonesia and Thailand. I think these are the four big ones: Singapore, Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia. Okay. But we are concerned that this spending is unnecessary in ASEAN because ASEAN is supposed to be an integrated union. We're trying to be like a European Union. Okay, so why are we fighting against? Why is there an arms race in ASEAN? Okay, we should be the best of friends in ASEAN. Why is our enemy seen to be one of the ASEAN countries? Okay, and this is something we want to raise with the Ministry of Defence. What is the national defence policy? Who are the enemies of Malaysia? No, that is not stated in the defence policy. The defence policy only says we are into defence, forward defence. Okay. If according to our defence, the main enemy is international terrorists, then why are we buying Super Hornets? If our enemy is pirates or smugglers, drug smugglers, why are we buying submarines? No. So these are issues that Malaysians want to know. We are taxpayers. I'd let you know that the 10 Malaysia plan is going to spend 23 billion ringgit. Okay, and as you know, every Malaysia plan, the actual allocation is more than what has been allocated for the 10th Malaysia. For example, the 9th Malaysia plan allocated 14 billion ringgit, but in the end, for the 9th Malaysia plan, the actual spending was 21 billion. Okay. So how much money can 23 billion buy for us? Today there is a state election in Sarawak, and we've been told by the education minister that there are 600 schools in critical conditions. 600 schools in Sarawak and Sabah in critical condition. And it only takes 1 million to build a school. Okay? With 6 billion ringgit that we are spending on the 6 offshore patrol vessels, we can build 6,000 new schools. This is what it's all about, okay? Recently, last month, the Kementerian Pertahanan said they're going to spend 700 million on new guns. Okay, 700 million, you can build 700 schools. The allocation for security, which is defense plus internal security, is sometimes as high as 15%, for example, under the 6th Malaysia plan. But for other social services, it can be as little as 1% for health under the 5th Malaysia plan. And this is the kind of screwed up allocation in this country that we are talking about. Our country is still very poor in terms of, like I said, 600 critical condition schools in East Malaysia. The arms race is uncalled for. We are spending a lot of money on our local military industrial complex, when that kind of money can be used for useful investment, for socially useful production, for production of food. Okay, the import for food in 2008 was 28 billion for import of food, and that is why today we say food not bombs. Okay, that's why we say hospitals not hornets. That's why we say schools not submarines. What we want to raise today is the question of accountability. We have an allocation for defense, but is there enough accountability? Every time we ask for the specs of any purchase, for example, the submarines or the offshore patrol vessels or the guns, we're told that they are national security. We cannot tell. And they say what they're talking about is apples, whereas we're talking about oranges. So we are saying there must be accountability.